Hey everyone, in this video we are going to learn how to make a basic closed zipper brush. This is a part of our basic pattern brush series. So before I get into creating this pattern brush, I'm going to show you the most basic way to create a zipper brush, and that is using the stroke panel. I'm going to use this jacket here as an example. I'm going to go ahead and add a zipper to the jacket. First, I'm going to draw a line for my zipper. So I'm going to go to my pen tool and I'm drawing a line down the center, and I'll hit return. I'm going to give this line a stroke, and I can go ahead and center this on my garment. Now I want this to be a black stroke, so let me change the color. And now I'm going to use my stroke panel to create a dash that will create a zipper effect. So with my stroke panel open, I'm going to show all the options. I'm going to hit the dashed line. I'm going to go 0.5, and we'll do a 0.5 gap. And I can increase or decrease the overall weight of the stroke to make adjustments to the zipper. And that right there looks like a very basic closed zipper. So this is the most basic way to create a zipper. Now, if we want to have a little bit more detail in our zipper, that's what I'm going to show you next. Here we have a very basic closed zipper brush. You can see an example of what this would look like. But what we're going to do is we're going to create a rectangle. We're going to round the rectangle, then we're going to rotate it and create the zipper brush. All right, so let's start by creating our rectangle. We go to our rectangle tool. I'm going to click once and release to enter the dimensions. Once again, these dimensions are kind of large. You can make these dimensions smaller to fit your garment. So I'm going to go for the width, I'm going to go 0.25 inches. And for the height, I will go 0.5 inches. And once again, I need to make sure this has a gray fill and a black stroke. So I'll go up here, I'll choose my gray fill, I'll choose the black stroke, and I want to make sure I do not have the dashed stroke that I just created, and I want to have a 1-point stroke. All right, so the easiest way to curve this is to use our anchor point tool. The anchor point tool is located inside the pen tool, so I hold down and I go here to the anchor point tool, and I'm going to click on this line on the path, and I'm going to simply bring it up. I can hold shift to create a perfect curve line, and I can let go right there. Next, I'm going to copy and rotate this. So the easiest way to copy is to hold Option and Shift on your keyboard and to click on the path and drag. Next, I'm going to rotate around by going to the corner. I hold Shift while rotating so that it snaps around, and then I'm going to stagger it. So this is staggered like this. I'm using this as a reference, but I also have the reference over here. Now we're drawing this left to right because that's how the pattern brush functions, but when we apply it, it'll be top to bottom. And because these are going to be abutted next to each other, we don't need to use the clear bounding box. We can simply just drag these two items in the brushes panel and it will create the pattern brush. So let's open the brushes panel. We can go ahead and drag these two objects in here, and we'll select pattern brush and click OK. Now here we have the pattern brush options. We need to specify the corner option. So let's go to the outer corner tile, and then we're going to choose the inside tile. I think auto in between will be the best. So let's do auto in between and click OK. All right, so now we're going to apply our zipper brush. So let's zoom in. We'll draw our line once again. We don't want to fill on our line. Return. And in our brushes panel, we will apply this brush. Now I drew it really large, so it's showing up really large right here. And so I'm going to have to make this stroke weight really small for it to function. So this is why you shouldn't draw things so large. But I digress. We can still make it work. That's starting to look like the right size. This looks pretty good. I might need to increase the weight of the outline once I expand it. And it seems like I need to straighten out my line. And there we have applied our brush. Now I'm going to go ahead and expand this. So I'm going to click on it and I'm going to go to Object, Expand Appearance. This turns all of the teeth into individual objects. This way I can adjust the stroke weight of the teeth. So let me go ahead and bring the stroke weight out. Let's do 0.25. That's not too bad. It's a little chunky, so let's do 0.15. That looks really good to me. The next thing we need to do is we need to add our zipper pull. So there are a few parts of a zipper pull. We have the body, the bridge, and the puller. I'm going to show you the most basic way to draw a zipper pull simply using squares and rectangles. So let's get started. We're going to zoom in here and I'm going to my square tool. I'm going to start by drawing the pull. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to draw a square for the zipper head. And then I'm going to draw a thinner rectangle for the bridge. That connects those two pieces. I have 1, 2, and 3 pieces. It's a little hard to see. And I'll center them all together and I will group them by right click, group, or Command G or Control G. And there I have a very basic zipper pull. The next thing I want to do is add a zipper stop here at the bottom. I will simply grab my rectangle tool and I'll draw a rectangle for the zipper stop down here at the bottom. And we can zoom out and we have a zipper with a pull and a zipper stop. We've learned how to expand the brush, how to adjust the stroke weight of the expanded elements, and now we know how to create a basic closed zipper brush. Please let me know if you have any questions, and in the future I'll show you how to make more complex types of zipper brushes.